My glasses are so smudgy.
We're live. Hi, everybody. Sorry we're a little late. Apparently, the coffee shop we stopped at, a half hour wasn't enough time to get a coffee. Anyway, the coffee is really good, but unclear whether it's worth waiting 25 minutes for a cup of coffee. So, first of all, last night we did a college discussion at 8 o'clock Eastern time about if you have a junior. I don't know if did you see any of it, Steph?
I did.
So she was amazing, right? Wasn't she fantastic?
Yeah. Very relatable.
Yeah. Anyway, you can still find it on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/yourteen. But I don't know, at one point I realized I didn't have a charged computer. And I was like, oh, I had just watched a webinar about the things that you should do, like the backup systems you should have, like you should have if you have your computer, you should have an iPad next to it that's fully charged. And I was like, oh, all really good advice. And I'm taking notes and I look up and my computer it's at red. So I had to go so can you answer this question while I get up and get my charger?
Oh, I didn't see that part. That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, I literally had to get up in the middle of it and get a charger, but she kept talking, so it was fine. I wish I
had the panic feeling that, I had that yesterday at your house. We were sitting out on the porch, and all of a sudden I looked at my phone and it's got one skinny red line. I'm like, oh no.
Well, the dumb thing is I could have actually moved her to be the only one on the screen instead of everyone watching me get up and leave an empty chair, but I literally didn't think of it until just this second. So, but well, first of all, that's not going to be the problem next time. It's going to be something else, but whatever, it's fine. Okay. So anything exciting happened this week?
No, not so much. Nothing so exciting.
I can't remember. Is today, what year, what month, what day? How did it get to be Friday again?
Wait a minute. Who were we talking to? So I feel like we were on a call together. I think it was Wednesday. And the person said, I spent the whole day thinking it was Friday. Oh, sucks to be you.
Yeah, I know. We never have that experience at all. Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
All right. So I think we're going to talk about those either low budget or no budget home improvements during COVID, because there's so many high budget things that people are talking about, but that's a lot of extra money to just decide to put a built-in swimming pool in the backyard. So I ordered this morning. This is not a home improvement, but I was sitting outside with some friends and it was freezing, and so I ordered some the fleece with the like a camping kind of blanket. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. That was not a lot of money. You could spend a lot of money, but I did a low budget one. But so what's your home improvement that was?
Okay, so I can't remember what we've talked about on the show, but so we've got that 4-season room. We may have talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not so big. It's 11 by 11, good space. And I was talking to my friend about what are we going to do there? And I'm like, should I get small furniture? I'm like, I don't want to spend money, right? Same thing. I hope we use the room, but she's like, wait a minute, your chairs outside on your patio, as soon as the weather turns, you don't use them. Where do they go? I'm like, they go in the basement. She's like, no, you're just going to move them into the porch.
They don't go in the basement. Not anymore.
They don't go in the basement. So we were putting them on the porch. She's like, these are so comfortable. She was sitting in it. And she's like, they're great. They're swivelly chairs. They're great. She's like, you can move a couple in there. I already have some chairs in there. The other thing my daughter wants for that room are a couple beanbag chairs. So I've been searching on Facebook Marketplace or if anybody has any beanbag chairs, they want to come my way. I will travel up to an hour to get beanbag chairs from 441.
Wow.
I would travel up to an hour to get something reasonably priced. And I don't want to, to your point, I don't think we need to spend to get, what we did was we just kind of reimagined that room. So I got rid of all the stuff that was in that room, I got rid of a bunch of chairs that were broken and there was no reason for them to be. So I like donated those. And then we just moved a few things around. I went on FaceTime with my friend Jody and she's like, okay, put this there, put that there. It's like, you're Karen, right? Put this over there. And I'm like, she's like, the wall. I'm like, it's my house. I don't even know the wall she's talking about. And she's like, the short wall, the one that's 8 by what? I'm like, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to, I think I have a rug upstairs I can move into that room. I'm so excited. I'm so excited not to spend money.
Yeah, no, it's so amazing. So my youngest, who was home from college from March until he went back to college the end of August, he decided to make a desk, which I will tell you, it's such a, it was like great to watch the whole thing happen. It turned out not to be so cheap. So that's not the cheap home improvement. I did like the idea of the creativity behind it. And it actually turned out to be a very beautiful desk. And when I sat down on it, I said, so I'm just curious, like, is this the standard size for a desk? And he said, oh no, I got the height wrong.
I love that.
So it's like, it's literally up to here on me. Like, it's not, without getting a specific chair for it, it's not workable. But it was such a nice combination of like functional kind of and creative and even learning like how to just use the tools and do everything. So that was one thing that was really fun. But because he made the desk and we needed to put it in the guest room, I needed to get rid of some of the stuff in the room to make rid of it, to make room for it.
Yeah.
And so one of the things was a bookshelf that had, 10 different shelves, all full, and some of them doubled.
Okay.
So what do you do with the books? Like the libraries aren't taking the books.
Oh, really? I don't think I knew that. Okay.
Yeah, that's usually my go-to place. And it's like I'd pay them to take the books because the thought of throwing out a book is like.
Okay, what about a staging company?
Oh, they weren't pretty books. They were like paperbacks and stuff like that. Just things that we read. So I did that thing of like, there was the pile of books that actually mean a lot to me. Like and then I whittled that down again because I thought, does that really mean a lot to me? Or is it just like, it's been there?
Yeah.
And so this was thanks to Jessica Semmel, a mutual friend of ours. Her parents had done this. They put a table out on the front lawn and they put books out. And so I made a sign and it said, help yourself to any books. And but like people would look at the 100 books and take one. And I wanted it to be a minimum of 10 per person. Like you can't just take one. And so I did it a few times and I probably cut down to about half the number of books we had in that room. We have many other bookshelves, but that still left me with so many books. And what do you do? So then someone suggested going to shelters. So we drove around town and we dropped off big bags of books at shelters. And then I was still left with the next thing I'm going to say, it's embarrassing. It's not even embarrassing. Like there's going to be hate and I accept it. But so there were a bunch of books that I had put out on the table and it had rained, but I took them back in before they got wet, but they were like a little damp, like the books get. And I can't throw out books, but what I can do, I have learned. There's something about seeing the garbage truck come that allows you to make instantaneous decisions without a lot of moral grief, right? So I see the truck coming, I run, I get all of the bags that are left with those books, I dump them in the garbage, and I literally don't look back. I just am like, but I could not do that for so long. Like the pain of it.
Totally.
Anyway, so it made room for a desk that was homemade, and now the room looks so different. And like when kids come home, they work at the desk because they're not all as short as I am. So there's like things to do that don't have to eat into a budget that you might not have. And my other story, which I think I shared, was my like 35-cent broken piece on the washing machine.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah,
a really good one.
Well, it's such a funny story because that same son who likes to build things, he pushed the door shut and it broke. So he went online and ordered a replacement piece, but he didn't really understand that like parts have numbers and
oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So
I remember that, yeah.
so in the end, we got, I don't know, about 30 screws, not the plastic piece, because it kept not coming because it was the beginning of COVID and things weren't coming. So we'd be like, okay, for 35 cents plus the like little bit of shipping, just order it again already. We need our washing machine.
Oh my God.
And then they started all showing up, and they were.
But you were able to repair. You did eventually get the right one, right?
Yeah, but you know what? The weird thing about appliances is they literally stop selling replacement parts when they update a model. And so I think my husband went on maybe Etsy or something. There are businesses that buy those.
Oh, yeah.
And they break apart the whole thing so that they can sell the replacement pieces.
Smart.
So that piece was maybe $2 instead of 35 cents for all the screws. So
I would think those companies would be doing very well right now because people are improving.
Yeah, but I didn't even know that was a thing. So now, if you didn't know, here's an inside tip from us. And
I would think it would be on Etsy. I would feel like it would be like a washer, like like something, but I would feel it would have to be like decoupaged. like Etsy.
Well, maybe, I don't know if it was. What other places would you go to? It was a place I
No,
don't.
it might be. I just wouldn't. That wouldn't go in my head. I always think like Etsy is so crafty and right, but.
Well, what other options are there where people go to buy like used stuff or I don't know?
I have no idea. Facebook Marketplace?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Anyway, any other stories?
I got a whole lot of nothing is what I feel like.
Well, you have a big weekend and a big week.
Yeah, I'm going hiking next week, which is exciting. Taking my daughter to see a college campus, which is actually giving tours, which is shocking. But they're doing them private, like so it's just like your family and a tour guide. So that's great. Yeah, that's all I got. A whole lot about this.
Yeah, we still have a revolving door with kids, which is really actually lovely. Now we have our one daughter home right now. She has never been the only kid home.
Wait, and she's currently the only kid home?
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, I think she likes it a lot.
Yeah.
It's nice. There's, it's a very quiet house and she's just hanging with us. It's nice.
That's cute. That's very sweet.
Very sweet. When you're the middle kid of a big family, there's a strong chance that you've never been the only kid home.
That is funny. Wait, how old is she? 27?
Yeah.
That is funny. We should have brought her on.
Oh, she's right here. Should we see if she wants to make a guest appearance?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you get on and talk so I don't look the same way. Oh, no, I put me. Why isn't it you? Why does that go to me and not you?
I don't know.
How do I make this you? Okay, that's really weird.
Like that's an existential question.
Okay, tell a story. I'm going to see if she wants to come say hi.
Okay, let's see. What story can I tell?
Actually, I don't have to do that because I forgot. The reason we're here is because she has a meeting. So
still has to work.
Yeah, she's at work right now. Anyway,
only kid till when? When's the next one coming?
Unclear. So Jeremy and Michael might be coming back maybe in a week, and they might stay through Thanksgiving, and then Jessica and Hannah are coming home before Thanksgiving and staying for a few weeks after Thanksgiving. So we have a
empty a lot of moving parts in the next couple of months.
Yeah, our empty nest is not empty, and it's lovely.
Yeah, it's funny. I was saying, oh my God.
Wait, when I just say it's lovely, can I just say something? Because I don't want people to think it's always lovely. I don't want to misrepresent this. Round one was not lovely.
Yeah, but round two.
Round two. I told Stephanie that, I had one kid who got A+ for improvement in round one, but actually the whole family got A+ for improvement round two. So
growth mindset. Mm-hmm. Well at work. No, this is so funny. I was thinking about, so we had the boys home for 6 months or almost 6 months, which was a lot of time, right? And I loved it. I really did. And you would think they would leave. Now, I was tired of the, do we have a dinner plan conversation every day? But they left, and I'm like, I am such a I don't know if it's a narcissist or if I'm selfish, but I'm like, I really miss them. And I can't even, my middle one thing, and I know he's not watching this, he would be like, oh my God, you are so needy. Because he always says I'm needy, which I don't think I'm needy. But he would be like, I cannot believe you're saying you miss us. When we've been home for 6 months, we weren't supposed to be home for. But it's like it became the new norm. So we got adult kids at home. We never had that, right? By definition, we didn't have it. So I got this other view, And it was really cool. Like, so then they're gone. And I'm like, oh, well, that was kind of fun.
Well, it is the silver lining. We would never know our adult children.
It's so true.
in
And
this
them
way.
to each other. Like, I always thought when Zach left, Lane was in middle school, right? That's very different than coming home to an almost 18-year-old woman. Right? Like, that's a really different dynamic. And I was thinking when my oldest brother left for my only brother left for college, same thing. I was in middle school. It's the same age difference. And I think he still sees me as a 7th grade girl. You know what I mean? It's like, because I have given this a lot of thought. Like, what stories will these kids tell? Will they, like, I'm looking at it as a grown up and saying, wow, like, that's a real difference to be under the same roof and get to know them. Like, what will that do in terms of the dynamic? Like, what will history or psychology, tell us? Like, did that change those relationships? Like, what did that do? I just think it's so interesting because you don't get it.
Some houses are not lucky to be having that happen in a positive way. So I think it's a lot of emotion for everybody, and sometimes that emotion is a good thing, and sometimes not a good thing. So if your family is struggling with it, there maybe your round 3 or round 4 will improve because there's no room for improvement.
Right. And wait, and let me be clear, like, especially 2 of my kids who are like oil and water, like, I never thought I would see the day where, like, that would be well, I shouldn't say that. I was hoping when they turned into adults, but many years from now, that there would be like some commonality. I'm like, okay, maybe it'll never happen. Like, so to see that start to happen and to like, is like, wow, like they do grow up. Like, it does happen. People do grow up.
All right. So I want to put out there that if you're watching right now and you, number one, have topics for us that you want to talk with us about, we'd love to hear that. But also we're trying to put out content for you every week that is helping you. So last night was college for juniors. Next week, we're doing essay writing on Thursday night with Kevin Krebs from Hello College. So, and then in the mornings, I can't remember. One of them I think is meditation on Tuesday, like how to kind of calm yourself down with meditation.
Ooh, I like that. That's coming Tuesday?
That's this coming Tuesday. And hold on one second. I'm going to see what Thursday is, if I can pull that up. Those are mornings at Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 10:30 Eastern time. And then Thursday is, okay, I know who it is, but I can't remember what we're talking about. So I'm not going to announce that one, but it'll be in our newsletter. So if you'd like to get our newsletter, sign up for YourTeenMag /sign-up or sign-up.
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. Is a hyphen the same as a dash? That was yesterday's discussion amongst us, right?
I think we could get that answered very quickly by Jody Podol. So Jody Podol, when you hear this, tell us.
All right. Enjoy the weekend, guys.
Bye-bye.